Well now, Leonardo's Lamrim, I shall just sojourn to the Gompa kitchen next door. After all, I don't have permission to videotape from the Gompa at my local Buddhist centre, so I'll just videotape it here. Lamrim meditation, number 6. This is on the stage of meditating on death and impermanence. This is from the one you can find in the Modern Buddhism, Mirror of Dharma, New Heart of Wisdom, how to understand the mind, all the new ones basically. So yeah. The purpose of this meditation. The purpose of this meditation is to prevent the laziness of attachment, the main obstacle to Dharma practice. Because our desire for worldly enjoyment is so strong, we have little or no interest in Dharma practice. From a spiritual point of view, this lack of interest in Dharma practice is a type of laziness, called the laziness of attachment. For as long as we have this laziness, the door to liberation will be closed to us, and consequently we will have to experience misery and suffering in this life and countless future lives. The only way to overcome this laziness, the main obstacle to our Dharma practice, is to meditate on death. We need to contemplate and meditate on our death again and again until we gain a deep realization of death. Although on an intellectual level we know that eventually we are going to die, our awareness of death remains superficial. Since our intellectual knowledge of death does not touch our hearts, each and every day we continue to think, I will not die today, I will not die today. Even on the day of our death, we are still not thinking about what we will do tomorrow. We are still thinking about what we will do tomorrow or next week. This mind that thinks every day, I will not die today, is deceptive. It leads us in the wrong direction and causes our human life to be empty. On the other hand, through meditating on death, we will gradually replace the deceptive thought, I will not die today, with a non-deceptive thought, I may die today. Excuse me. Got a bit of a cold. The mind that spontaneously thinks each and every day, I may die today, is the realization of death. It is this realization that directly eliminates our laziness of attachment and opens the door to the spiritual path. In general, we may die today, or we may not die today. We do not know. However, if we think each day, I may not die today, this thought will deceive us because it comes from our ignorance. Whereas if instead we think each day, I may die today, this thought will not deceive us because it comes from our wisdom. This beneficial thought will prevent our laziness of attachment and will encourage us to prepare for the welfare of our countless future lives, or to put great effort into entering the path to liberation and enlightenment. In this way, we will make our present human life meaningful. Until now, we have wasted our countless former lives without any meaning. We have brought nothing with us from our former lives except delusions and suffering. What does our death mean? Our death is the permanent separation of our body and mind. We may experience many temporary separations of our body and mind, but these are not our death. For example, when those who have completed their training in the practice known as transference of consciousness engage in meditation, their mind separates from their body. At night, during dreams, our body remains in bed, but our mind goes to various places of our dream world and then returns to our body. These separations of our body and mind are not our death because they are only temporary. At death, our mind separates from our body permanently. Our body remains at the place of this life, but our mind goes to various places of our future lives, like a bird leaving one nest and flying to another. This clearly shows the existence of our countless future lives, and that the nature and function of our body and mind are very different. Our body is a visual form that possesses colour and shape, but our mind is a formless continuum that always lacks colour and shape. As explained in part 1, the nature of our mind is empty like space, and its function is to understand or perceive objects. Through this, we can understand that our brain is not our mind. The brain is simply a part of our body that, for example, can be photographed, whereas our mind cannot. We may not be happy to hear about our death, but contemplating and meditating on death is very important for the effectiveness of our Dharma practice. This is because it prevents the main obstacle to our Dharma practice, the laziness of attachment to the things of this life, and it encourages us to practice pure Dharma right now. If we do this, we will accomplish the real meaning of human life before our death. Alright, so now there's some verses from Shantideva. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 verses from Shantideva about dying. Even if, as I lie on my deathbed, I am surrounded by friends and relatives, I alone shall have to experience the feelings of my life being severed. Of what help will my companions be when I am seized by the messengers of the Lord of Death? At that time, only merit will protect me, but upon that I have never relied. Who can grant me real protection from this great terror? Petrified, with wide bulging eyes, I shall search for refuge in all directions. But seeing no refuge anywhere, I shall become utterly dejected. If I cannot find refuge there, what shall I do at that time? Excuse me, hopefully I won't sneeze. Therefore, from today, I shall go for refuge to the conqueror Buddhas who protect living beings, who seek to give refuge to all living beings, and who, with their great strength, eradicate all fear. Likewise, I sincerely go for refuge to the Dharma they have realized, which dispels the fears of samsara, and to the assembly of bodhisattvas. Right. So we use those verses to imagine what our death time will be like, and to motivate us to take refuge in Buddha, Dharma and Sangha, so that we're prepared for our death time when it comes. Again, we do not know when we shall die. We do not know how long our karmically determined lifespan is. do not know when we shall get sick, or when we shall have an accident, and so forth. We do not know if we shall die today. The object of this meditation is our thought, I may die today. I may die today. We should learn to develop this thought by contemplating the above. Then we meditate upon, I may die today. I may die today, with single-pointed concentration for as long as possible. I may die today. 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 The next step, it says the actual meditation. We contemplate and think, I will definitely die. There is no way to prevent my body from finally decaying. Day by day, moment by moment, my life is slipping away. I have no idea when I will die. The time of my death is completely uncertain. Many young people die before their parents. Some die the moment they are born. There is no certainty in this world. Furthermore, there are so many causes of untimely death. The lives of many strong and healthy people are destroyed by accidents. There is no guarantee I will not die today. So we contemplate that paragraph deeply. If possible, it's a good idea to memorize that paragraph and contemplate it over and over again. Like it said at the beginning, we need to meditate on our death every day to overcome the laziness of attachment that prevents pure Dharma practice. So if you'd like to rewind and listen to that again, and maybe try and commit some of it to memory, and then contemplate it with your eyes closed. Eventually we shall come to the conclusion since I will soon have to depart from this world, there is no sense in my becoming attached to the things of this life. Instead, from now on, I will devote my whole life to practicing Dharma purely and sincerely. We maintain this determination day and night. So hold it as the object of placement meditation. And then after we've done the dedication for heart jewel or preparatory practices, we hold the same conclusion mindfully and try and hold that truth in our mind all day long. During the meditation break, without laziness, we should apply effort to our Dharma practice, realizing that the worldly pleasures are deceptive and that they distract us from using our life in a meaningful way. We should abandon attachment to them. In this way, we can eliminate the main obstacle to pure Dharma practice. Okay, thank you very much.